Welcome to this week's Packer Report with Coach Sean Calhoun. This morning, we'll be talking about last Friday night's loss, 21-7 to the North Gwinnett Bulldogs. We'll also be looking at our upcoming game on September the 12th, where we will be facing off against the Lee County Trojans.
He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown!
John Deere equipment from Lassiter Tractor Company? Now that's a game changer. Put our team on your roster this season. Check out our current promotions and find your local dealer at LassiterEQ.com.
Going out there and we're playing football together.
Hey, brother. Hey, y'all ready? I can feel it. Hey, everybody in this room, it's going to take everybody to get this done. Right? Play the next play. Play the next play, and let's play Packer football. You guys have been working so long to get here. Some of you guys, this is why you're here. Right? Let's go put on a show. Some of you guys, and us as a team, make a name for yourself tonight. Everybody in the whole state is overlooking you guys. We're not. Amen. You know what we got, right? It ain't going to be easy, right? Play for one another, right? Play the next play. You keep fighting, right? You keep throwing them punches. They're going to fall, I promise, okay? All right, Jay, let's hit it. Go ahead. Get in heads. You want to talk.
Pass complete to number 4, Bubba Frazier.
Eyes up. Hey, you're going toe to toe, right? Let's cut out the mistakes. You know they're not better than you. All right, guys, let's come out in this third quarter. I'm telling you, this second half, what you do and we do as a program is going to show up, right? It's going to show up. You keep fighting, right? Keep fighting. Let's come out strong. Win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win!
Ball carrier number 5, Stanley Smart, touchdown.
Coach, of course, we know the results that what we had Friday night are not exactly what you're looking for. And, of course, the silver lining to that is the team goals still remain intact. We still have the opportunities to win the region before we get into the region play there, start state playoffs. Again, not what you were looking for Friday night. Tell us a little bit about it.
Absolutely. The end result is definitely not what we wanted. Obviously, we wanted to travel well and travel maturely, and we did do that. I was very proud of the way that our program traveled. That's not an easy trip, but it definitely simulates a playoff game trip. Definitely simulates the times that we have to go to Camden or Richmond Hill. So we need to experience that early. Obviously, you gotta be able to find a way to win on the road if you want to win championships. So definitely a big learning experience there. But the effort was there. Our kids played hard, and which gave us the ability to be in the game for the majority of the game. Obviously, even within the last couple minutes, we're still inside the 5-yard line, able to cut it to a 1-score game. And so, we didn't play our best, but there was a lot of positives that we are taking out of it, and that must carry over, to the following week. And one of the main messages that I talked to the team after the game was our two football goals, region championship and state championships, are attainable, and neither one of those have been eliminated.
Yep. We went to halftime, tied up 7-7. Of course, they scored, I think, with about 53 seconds to go in the half there, and then we came out in the second half and not able to put up points on the board. And yet, I think the defense, we played relatively well in spots there to keep us in the game, just not able to get the points when we needed them.
Unfortunately, it seemed eerily similar to last year, and in the aspect of, I think both years defenses played well enough. Obviously, I think if you talk to the defensive coaches,
right,
still not nowhere where we need to be between the amount of missed assignments, missed tackles, two blown coverages were 2 of their 3 touchdowns. But they played well enough for the offense to get in it. And you know, the offense were 5 of 14 on third down. That's 36%. That is unacceptable. And we have a lot of guys that just did not play to the level of where we need them to be and where they've shown to be. And when you play against a team like North Gwinnett and you don't play your best consistently, and we know it's not going to be the best every play, but the end result is unfortunately going to be what it was.
Yes. Let's look at the offensive stats as we do it. Cohen Lawson, of course, 8 for 19, 48% passing, had 58 yards, 7 carries for 40 yards. And, you know, the one of the stats that sticks out at me there, he was actually, I think, sacked maybe 6 times during the course of the game, and that's maybe where we can help him a little bit. Jay Lamar, 22 carries for 150 yards. Jamari Stokes, 4 carries for 5 yards. Denham Lewis, 1 carry for 2 yards. Jason Stevenson, 1 carry for 2 yards. On the receiving side of it, Malik Walker, 2 catches for 14 yards. Zion Aldridge, 2 catches for 5 yards. Amir Knighton, 2 catches for 31 yards with a touchdown. He also had 1 carry for 7 yards. Then Ethan Ruffin, 2 catches for 8 yards. As you said, 5 for 14 on third down, 3 for 5 on fourth down. So, you know, 58 passing yards on the night, 206 rushing, 264 total yards.
Yes, sir. The 206 yards rushing, I think is good, and you know, had a 150-yard rusher. You know, Cohen throws in another 40 yards on his own, which we definitely need the quarterback's legs too. So 200, love it. But now you look at the 58 yards passing, and that's a combination of a couple bad reads by the quarterback. You know, receivers not running the correct routes or being where they're supposed to be. There was a couple offensive line breakdowns that kind of led to some of those incompletions. So again, it just there's too many plays where we're not all on the same page. And I know that we've done a lot better than that. You know, also had 5 penalties for 59 yards. I mean, there was 2 really, really big personal fouls at the end of the second quarter and at the end of the fourth quarter that really hurt us. You know, we had a chop block, and so it was just like we get some things going and then we just kind of go backwards at times. And against teams like that, you can't get into I mean, there was multiple times that we were 3rd and 20, and obviously that never bodes well for the offense.
That's not what you want to be in. Yep.
No,
of course,
sir.
you know, the good thing, Coach, we've got this week off before the next ball game. We play on the 12th, and of course we'll talk about that a little bit later. But going to have at that point in time, I think 3 games in 8 days. So, but it gives us time to get ready for that, and I'm sure we will be. Coach, we're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll look at the defensive side of the ball and of course special teams play.
Teaching little kids to write their name, it just does something to my heart. They come in and they don't even know how to write their name and they leave reading.
The best way to do an impact on society is start with the younger generation.
I'm so grateful for the path Southern Regional have given me. And it gives me the ability to work in my field and also take classes in person.
Southern Regional has literally given me more passion to become a teacher. Literally get started, go. You will not regret it.
Coach, we talked a little bit about the defense a few minutes ago, and of course, it's one of those things to where, the defense played relatively well, but as you said, I mean, there are some areas I'm sure that the coaches can always look at that need to get better.
Absolutely. It's whether it's just us coaches, and how we are, probably your team will probably never play up to the standard that you want, because we hold them to such a high standard, and and that's on and off the field. But obviously, when we're talking about on the field stuff, just because there's always room for improvement, whether it's from the more complicated things that we may do, or just our very simple fundamentals, things that these kids have been working on since they were in Little League football. But obviously Friday there were times where our defense was lights out. I mean, had multiple 3 and outs, and were forcing North Gwinnett into a lot of down and distances that they didn't want to be in, and then some punts, and but just we did not get a takeaway, and obviously that's one of the many things that that we talk and discuss. Obviously, the missed tackles and the missed assignments. Again, the on their 3 touchdowns, that was 2 blown coverages, and the very last one, I think we had about 4 or 5 missed tackles on 1 guy. And so just things that we can't do, but we created a lot of havoc. We had a bunch of tackles for loss. I know North Gwinnett knew that they were in a street fight, this weekend. I mean, I know that they were sore because we play a really, really good physical brand of football. Our kids fly around. And again, only the second game in our in our new defensive system with Coach Luttrell, and so I know that we'll just continue to improve. But your breakdowns can't lead to the plays that we can't overcome. Overcome. And unfortunately, the other night, with how the offense was struggling and not holding up their end of the bargain, that it was tough for us to overcome some of those plays.
When you look at it statistically, I think we gave up about 316 yards total, somewhere around there, which is a reasonable amount, to give up. The bend that but you don't break type situation several times. I noticed that, in the first half, we were really, really getting after the ball and pursuing the ball. We were swarming, and I think that's the type of defense we have. A lot of speed and able to get to the ball when we need to.
We definitely, we preach playing fast, because when us as coaches, when we're getting our kids to hesitate, right, when we're getting them to slow down and just have to think about way too much, we're putting our guys in situations that we don't want them to be in, because we want to keep it as simple as we can. We got to know how to line up, and we got to do our assignment. And so that's the same thing for all 3 phases. But obviously, defensively, it all starts with lining up and then doing our assignment. So again, just we can always be better tacklers, right? We can always work on trying to continuously get that ball out. But again, the effort is good. Our kids are flying around. Our kids take pride in wanting to be one of the best defenses in the region, one of the best defenses in the state. And again, it's hard to hold a North Gwinnett who has college football players. One of their offensive linemen is going to Georgia. Running back was a good football player, and so it's hard to hold those guys to no points. That kind of back in the day, not that shutouts were easy by any means, but offenses weren't as complex as they are now, and so it's hard. It's like you're going to give up some yards, maybe even some points, but just we don't want to give up that many. And again, they kept us in the ball game, and the offense and special teams were not able to do their part.
Let's talk a little bit. You mentioned special teams. Let's talk a little bit about special teams Friday night, and your thoughts on that.
So that's the phase of the 3 that we must win, and we won it in game 1, and it really showed. This week we did not, and just did some very uncharacteristic things. From just just how we kick it, how we cover, how we block. Almost had a punt block because we blocked it wrong, and so just some very uncharacteristic things that we have not shown, and that we're definitely going to go back to practice and really hammer that out, because that's the phase that you can't even be on the line, right? Did we win it? Did we not? Was it a tie? Because if it is, you don't know, or it's a tie, then you probably didn't win it. And the offense and defense can kind of complement each other every once in a while, kind of balance each other out. But there's not really one that balances out special teams, and so that was disappointing that we didn't play our best. Again, we got to play better, consistent football in all 3 phases. But the special teams, there are so few plays in the game, so we just got to continue to work it and continue to get better.
Oh, when you look at special teams, and I think we've talked about it before, the importance that you place on that, working on it in practice. And I think special teams, it can change a game just at the blink of an eye, and that's why it is so important. But it's something that, again, we've got time to work. But following this time out, Coach Calhoun will recognize the players of the week. And then we'll take a first look at the September 12th opponent, the Lee County Trojans.
Easy? No, that's not a word we choose to describe the work you do. Necessary? Of course. Worth it? Absolutely. But easy? No. The job is never easy, but with a John Deere compact utility tractor from Lassiter Tractor Company on your side, you certainly make it look that way. Check out our current promotions and find your local dealer at LassiterEQ.com.
Coach, before we move into the players of the week, first, as I mentioned the offensive stats, I aired there. I mentioned it as 6 sacks, and we want to give Coach Giddens and his group credit. You know, I misspoke in that those were actually hurries that they had, not actual sacks. So, you know, apologize to that offensive line group as we did that. But let's talk a little bit now about the players of the week. I know that's always your favorite segment.
Absolutely. So actually, I'm going to backtrack and go 2 weeks ago. So the week that we were supposed to play Monroe. So definitely want to give senior tight end Connor Norman was our academic player of the week. And our 2 scout players, scout offense, is junior quarterback Arbashon Curry. Did a fantastic job of simulating Monroe's offense. And then for scout defense is Jivarian Smith. And so those 3 guys did a fantastic job, obviously leading up to the Friday, but the Friday got canceled. But we will be seeing those guys here in a couple weeks. And then obviously from Friday, start with the academic player, Ethan Yingling, senior offensive lineman, senior center for us, and actually had a really good game. So I'll kind of lean into him there. So we had co-offensive players of the week, and both were offensive linemen, which you don't see very much, but the offensive line played really well. So Ethan Yingling is one of them. So academic player of the week and co-offensive player of the week. He graded out at 87%, and he had 5 pancake blocks. And then Caden Calhoun, senior starting tackle, graded out at 90% and had 3 pancake blocks. He played really, really well for us. So hopefully those 2 will continue. And our defensive player of the week is senior linebacker Braden Ruiz. He had 5 solo tackles, he had 9 assists, and he had a quarterback hurry. So Braden's played a lot of football for us as a sophomore. Obviously played a lot for us as a junior, and he's doing really big things for us this year as a senior. And then our 2 scout players, guys that don't get a lot of publicity, but us as coaches understand the importance of the role that these guys play getting us ready for Friday night. So for the defense is wide receiver Bo Bannister, just does a fantastic job for us. He's kind of a hard hat, lunch pail type kid. Just comes to practice every day and works his tail off. And then for the offense, who you'll probably hear this kid multiple times throughout the year, but defensive lineman Chris Williams does a fantastic job for us. Never takes a play off. It actually takes a lot of pride in being a scout team player. So I appreciate those guys, and they do such a great job getting us prepared for Friday night.
Great. Coach, we go up to Leesburg to meet a familiar foe on September the 12th, I believe it is. Again, starts the gauntlet of the 3 games in the 8 days. We go up to Lee County. Of course, they're right now sitting at 2-0. They have an off week this week as well, I believe. Their wins thus far this year have come over Warner Robins, I think 45-7. Last week, a win over Tiff County, 41-33. And based on checking on that a little bit, it was a really, really close game. In fact, I think the game was decided in the 4th quarter.
Okay. obviously us in Lee County has slowly become a pretty heated rivalry.
Yes.
And, because the communities are not that far apart, we're both good programs. Obviously, they're doing a really, really, really good job. And again, they're a program that is used to winning. They got good coaches and they got good players. And actually, they did play a third game. So them and Hateville Charter started on the Friday that we were playing Monroe. They got a half in, and it's 0-0. And so actually, they are playing Tuesday. They're playing today. So they're finishing their second half the Tuesday of our bye week, and so that's interesting. So they're fitting that game in. But we need to have a great bye week. Get back to some competition stuff, get back to playing more consistent football, build some confidence in all three phases, and then get into our week of prep versus Lee County so we can get this bad taste out of our mouth and travel a little bit north and try to come away with a big win.
Well, let's challenge all of our fans, Coach, to get up and let's go to Lee County. I mean, it's always a good trip up there. They've got nice facilities, good place to sit and watch a ball game. I enjoy the environment up there because you are close to the field. You're able to see and be a part of the action there. So I want to challenge all our Packer fans to go up there. While we're mentioning going with our Packer fans, I want to remind everybody that this Thursday on the 4th, we have our Packer Touchdown Club Sportsman Banquet. It's going to be out at Sunset Country Club. It is a seafood buffet, and it's a bargain. Entry into that, tickets will be available at the door. They're $50 a piece. It's going to get started at 6 o'clock. I think feed supper at 7. So we want to remind all of our Packer fans to come out for that and get an opportunity to meet you and the coaches that'll be there, I'm sure. And it's always a great time at that banquet.
Yes, sir. So we don't do many fundraisers, and we don't ask our kids to do anything like that. So this is our biggest fundraiser of the year outside of our season tickets for our football program, and we have some great auctions, some great items, some drawings. It is a fantastic night. Everybody's in there, just bleed black and gold. They love Packer football, and it's a great event, and I look forward to it every year. So hopefully we get great attendance there and a great attendance at the Lee County game.
Okay. And as always, Coach, as you conclude, it's go Pack, go.
We're the only ones in the area that has these high-tech machines that students can learn from. If you have these skills coming right out of school, it's going to be able to give you control of your salary, your skill set. That's a better place to be. We are now enrolling students. We have flexible schedules to accommodate anyone that needs to come to school to get a good education and learn on the latest and greatest piece of equipment that you can possibly find at any technical college.
All right, beautiful night up in technically Sugar Hill, Georgia. I know everybody says Swanee, but we won the opening coin toss and elected to receive, and got a decent little kick return there. And then first play we get them to jump off sides, and then we get a little 4-yard gain here. So we're 2nd and 1, and we kind of do a little misread there. We got to pull that ball and throw that screen play there on 3rd and 1. So, or 2nd and 1, and now we're 3rd and 1 here, and the running back makes the wrong read, and so we cut back, and then we're going to go for it. I mean, we're going to be aggressive this year, and just stuff that we got to do. So we're 4th and 1 right here, and we get a big run by Jalen Marr in one of our heavy sets, and so we got a big run right here, and so we're 1st down here, and we try a little pass play here, and Cohen Lawson gets a little 6-yard scramble. So good gain there on 1st down. We're 2nd down here, and we try a little outside run to the boundary there, and we just block it wrong and get us in the 3rd down, and North Gwinnett does a good job of stuffing us there on 3rd down, and we're going to go for it. So we're sprinting our quarterback out, and we just throw the wrong guy, and then we slip down, and so that was frustrating to see. And North Gwinnett comes the very first play with a little fast screen out there, and Alfonso McNeil does a good job of flying up him and Rasheed Fuller, and great play here by Rasheed Fuller on the fast screen into the boundary. Almost picked it off, and we get him in 3rd and long here, and we do a really good job there of forcing a. I thought he was short, yeah, which he was, and then we were super close there of stopping North on an inside run play, but they gave him the first down, and they got a little quarterback run play here, and we do a good job of coming downhill and a host of Packers there, and North runs the ball there on 2nd down to put him in 3rd and medium, 3rd and manageable. So we got him in 3rd down here, and got to be bringing these guys backwards when we make contact, and so they put him in 4th and short, and they got it. We actually jumped off sides, and then they hit the tight end here in the flat there on 1st down. Got to know where the tight end is at all times, and they're trying a little power play here on 2nd down, and then we face mask the guy, and so we can't play so high, and North Gwinnett drops back the pass there, and we get a big sack, which was great to see. So put him in 2nd and long. They try a little swing pass there, and we're all over. I think that was Josh Alfred there. 3rd down, they're trying a little sprint game here, and they threw it behind the tight end, get him in 4th and long right here, and they throw a little pass right over the middle, but again, it was 4th and long, and so they come up about 4 yards short. So big turnover on downs right there, and so we come out with a simple little pass play here to Ethan Ruffin for a gain of 3. We definitely want 5 yards on the play, but get 3, and then a second throw here to Malik Walker. We want to get 5 to 6 yards there. Unfortunately, we only got 3, so 2 plays there, and then we come back to pass, and nice little pass over the middle to Zion Ulrich for the 1st down. He's got to go up the field there, and then we actually hand the ball to Amir Knighton around the edge with a big gain of 7. Kid's got a lot of speed for us, and then starting 2nd quarter, trying a little double move there, and just a little miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. Receiver stopped, and so the quarterback should kind of throw a little back shoulder here, and then get a little 3rd down. Really good run here by Jay Lamar to give us a 1st down, and then Jay pops a big run. So Jay has this ability here to pop a big run and gets us down. He actually stepped out at the 18-yard line, unfortunately, and then we're trying a little RPO here, and we should have handed the ball off. The outside blitzer was too close in our face, and then right here we're trying a little post ball, but there's a middle of the field safety there, so we can't throw. We've got to come off and hit our second read, but come back here on 3rd and long, and throw a little shallow route there to Amir Knighton, who had a really good game offensively, and that was a big time touchdown. So we're up 7-0 there, 2nd quarter. Feel like we should have some more points, and then we get a kickoff here. Ball hits at the 21-yard line. Obviously, we got to get a lot more distance there. We cannot be giving these guys the ball at the other 45-yard line, and so we got to do a better job on kickoff team. And too many yards here on 1st down. Can't give teams 6 yards on 1st down, and they try a little go ball here, and we knock the ball away. Rasheed Fuller 3rd down run here. Really good play there by our defense. I think that was Cam Gibb right there, and 4th North Gwinnett the punt. Then we hit a little fair catch here at the 8-yard line. So good stop there by the defense and offense. We definitely want to try to go up 2 scores if we can. So we try a little run play there for 1 yard, and then we try a little over route here that pass was just a little bit off. So we're 3rd and 9 right here, and then a little pass play here, and kind of back-to-back breakdowns by one of our offensive linemen, they only rushed 2 there and get to us, and that's disappointing. So only gained 1 yard in 3 plays, and that's not great. And you never want to punt out your own end zone, but we get a really good roll here by a punter, Walker Lanier, to get us out of terrible situation. And North Gwinnett comes right back the very first play, and throwing a deep ball, and we just kind of panic a little bit and grab the guy's face mask, and but that was offsetting, and so thank goodness, and it went back to first down. Really good coverage there by Nyshawn Osby, and good play there by number 16 Graham to get these guys in 3rd and 9 right here, and we're all over the screenplay there. That was Zach Palmore, and forced these guys to punt. So at times our defense played really, really, really well, and offense got decent field position here. And again, we would just love to find a way to go down and score and kind of get up 2 scores, but you got to play consistent football. Really good throwing catch here from Cohen Lawson to Malik Walker right there, and again we're just trying to move, and then we kind of flip it out here and get a gain of 0. We're too good to not have big gains right here, and then defensive line just does a middle twist, and we don't pick it up, and then they called us for holding. So we were 2nd and 10. Obviously, Cohen had a really good scramble there for about 12 yards, but unfortunately it was called back, and so you get put in these 2nd and 20s, and it's just tough, and then we just overthrow a guy right here, so we get put in 3rd and 20, and it's just we don't have a whole lot of plays for 3rd and 20, and so had a really good thing going right at midfield, and then we just kick ourselves, and just don't do it very well, and then we have a breakdown in our punt protection there. So thank goodness that ball wasn't blocked, because it almost was. And first down run here, a good tackle there by Caden King, and we're trying to come after him a little bit, and they're consistently trying to throw the go ball. Really good coverage there by Alfonso McNeil, and then North throws a really good out cut. I mean, that was a really good throw and catch there, and then they get a big run there by their QB on first down, and they kind of hit us with an outside run here for a good gain and a good first down. So they have a drive going, and throwing a little bubble screen here and just trying to get us to run sideways, and we can't fall. We got to keep our feet, and they get another first down there, and doing a little sprint out there, and good job of covering it, and good job of covering the deep ball there by our secondary, and try a little inside run here, and get a couple yards. So we get them in 3rd down here, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and again, just it seemed like we would have them, and they would always fall forward, and they're trying a little go ball here. That's good coverage by Rasheed Fuller, and then North's back to pass again, and we're all over them, and force a 3rd down, and then we blitz, and linebacker's supposed to guard the running back. Just a breakdown in protection, and what's frustrating is that there's 53 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. So we blitz off the edge, and our responsibility is if the running back goes out for a pass, you stop your blitzing and you go and guard it, and we just didn't do that. And so love to get a good return here. Kickoff return did not do a good job all night, and so we got kind of 40 seconds. Would love a couple first downs and just kind of see what we can do. Good draw play there by Cohen Lawson, and then Jay with the ball there, with a good little run up the middle, and they were trying to hit a dig there to Zion Allridge, and he just got to clear the linebacker, and then we flip it out here to Amir Knighton. So again, we're kind of getting close to where we could maybe throw a Hail Mary, and we just do a clock play here, and the referee called a personal foul. So again, we just moved back 15 yards, which is really frustrating, and so we go into half tied 7-7, and start the 3rd quarter. So we definitely got some got some adjustments to make, and kick the ball there to the to the 30-yard line, and they get it out there to about the 38, 39-yard line, and so North comes out and they just want to try to run it right at us, and that was a big gain there of 7-8 yards, and again just a little too much, and then we force them to a 3rd and short, and obviously things are not going exactly your way when they're consistently in 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. You want to put them in 3rd and medium, 3rd and long right there. So that was a big first down, and they throw a little hitch ball there. And again, just every time we're tackling these guys, we're throwing them forward, and we got to stop doing that. And they got a little quad set, throw a little bubble out there, they come up just a little bit short, 2nd down. And then we're doing a good job of being right there on them, but they're in short yardage, and just stretching us out there. Good tackle by Alfonso McNeil, filling the gap here. Quarterback here, a little boot, and thank goodness we bat the ball down because we're not guarding the tight end, and then. Is it frustrating just having for a sack, and then we just run right past them, and the secondary just completely busts the coverage, and so it's frustrating because it should have been a sack, and then if we just do what we're supposed to do in the back end, they don't get the touchdown. Kick it back here and touchback. So obviously start at the 20-yard line. Obviously we get a good first down run here by. Jay Lamar, gain of 7, gain of 8 yards. He finished the night with 150 yards. So hopefully that can continue. But again, 2 really good runs here. Trying an easy little sprint out pass, and again, just not on the same page with the receivers, and we got to be able to complete that. Obviously, that was a pull read there by the quarterback, but Jay had a decent run there to get us in 3rd medium. Cohen Lawson with a fantastic, really tough run there to get us a big-time first down there. So again, we're getting close to midfield, and we're getting our flex set here. Just trying to crease a run and only get about 2.5 yards there, and then we're again really good run here to get us in 3rd and short. But they called us for a chop block there, and just get us in 2nd and long, and then great job here by the quarterback just to keep it, just to keep the ball from not going our head, and then we're 3rd and really long right here, and just drop back the pass and just step up the scramble and get about 5 yards there. So again, just shooting ourselves and just shooting ourselves in the foot, which we got to stop doing, and then we have a chance to get to tackle them there, and then we horse collar them and just tack on another 15 yards, and it's just, things that we have to stop doing to ourselves. They get a big run there on first down, and they get another big time run there on 2nd down, and just moving the chains on us. Little boot action here, and we were, good thing he dropped it. And then get them in 2nd down, and they're trying a little bubble screen here, and we got to break down. We get into the ball, but obviously we got to break down, and they try a little fox, a little fake screen fox right there, and get them the punt. So again, defense is doing a good job. I mean it's only a 1-score game, and offense needs to pick it up, and let's go score. It's just. Playing a little field position here. Obviously, getting the ball at our own 8-yard line is not ideal, but you know what? It's offense's job to go 92 yards. Obviously, try 2 little inside runs there. We just got to continue to run the ball where we're supposed to, and we hit them a little flex play here. Just a whole bunch of things wrong. We didn't have a guy pull. Went to the wrong guy to block right there. So we got to be better. Our offense is too good. We got too good of players to go 3 and out. Decent punt there by Walker Lanier to kind of get us out of a bad hole here. And then North Gwinnett with just a run up the gut. And again, they're tough to bring down, and that was a big gain of 6 yards, and they come back with a little quarterback run here, and with the Wildcat and get a first down right there, and so fourth quarter here. Obviously, this is a big drive. We don't need them to get any points, and again we're fighting and we're hitting, and they just seem like for the most part they just consistently just keep getting positive yards there, and good tackle there by that was Braden Ruiz, and get him in the third down right here, and quarterback just kind of throws the ball away. I didn't think that it could hit an offensive lineman's head first on purpose, and then fourth and short, and they just sprint out and throw it, and we just give up the out cut. So and then just a great individual effort there by the running back, and very, very, very poor tackling on our part, and that was frustrating to see, because we give up the fourth down, and then I think on that touchdown pass alone, or that touchdown run, is about 5 missed tackles, and so pressure definitely on. You're down 2 scores now, and we got to be able to get a better return there than the 20-yard line, and then we try a little wildcat play here and get a couple yards. Second down here, and try a little pass play here, and we try a little out cut there, and the DB was all over us, holding us here, and then really big play here by Cohen Lawson. Really good pull there, and does a great job of staying on his feet, and they come over here and hit him late and get an additional 15-yard penalty, and so we're kind of moving in the right direction right here, and we have to score. So it's 4-down territory. You're down 14 points, 8 minutes to go in the game. We gotta figure out how to put the ball in the end zone, and we keep getting good yards on like first down, second down, and then get here and third down, and then we're fourth and short here, and Jay Lamar with a fantastic second effort there, to get a big time first down, and so we're first down here, slipped it out to the flat, Ethan Ruffin there, a really good gain of 5. Then we try a little run down here to the boundary, and just sometimes it's like we run with our eyes closed and don't go to the right spot, and then we just get down here and we're just not blocking the right guys, and so we're back down to fourth and short. Actually went for it on fourth down multiple times in the game. So it was good to see that fourth down. So again, we're inside the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 5 right here, and don't get much there, because again we kind of whiff on the block, and then we're trying a little swing pass here, and we throw it just a little bit ahead of him, and then Jay Lamar kind of runs it there, and then uncharacteristically, he just he spikes the ball, and we can't do that. That's a penalty, so it puts us in 4th and 20, 4th and goal from the 20, and then we throw the ball past the line of scrimmage, and then we throw the ball out of bounds, and those are 2 things we can't do, and so again, just very disappointing. Had the ball inside the 5-yard line, and end up being 4th and goal from the 20-yard line, and not very good tackling here, and at this time of the game, I told Coach, you got to sell out. You got to have 8 in the box, and if they crease one, they crease one, but we got to find a way to bring 8 guys up, and just really try to stop the run there, and so it's get them in third down, and we really want to stop them, and they crease us here with a run, and unfortunately they're able to take a knee. So taking victory knee is the best thing for an offense to take, but it's the worst thing for teams to do against you. But obviously we gotta treat this as a learning experience, and gotta find a way to beat teams like this on the road.
Join us again the week of September the 15th as we review this week's game with the Lee County Trojans and look ahead to the 2 games that we have the following week against the Monroe Tornadoes on Tuesday, September the 16th, and then Rickards coming in that Friday on September the 19th. Again, thank you to all our sponsors, and we'll look forward to being with you then.
Going out there and we're playing football together.
Hey, brother. Hey, y'all ready? I can feel it. Hey, everybody in this room, it's going to take everybody to get this done. Right? Play the next play. Play the next play, and let's play Packer football. You guys have been working so long to get here. Some of you guys, this is why you're here. Right? Let's go put on a show. Some of you guys, and us as a team, make a name for yourself tonight. Everybody in the whole state is overlooking you guys. We're not. Amen. You know what we got, right? It ain't going to be easy, right? Play for one another, right? Play the next play. You keep fighting, right? You keep throwing them punches. They're going to fall, I promise, okay? All right, Jay, let's hit it.
Go ahead. Get in heads. You want to talk.
Pass complete to number 4, Bubba Frazier.
Eyes up. Hey, you're going toe-to-toe, right? Let's cut out the mistakes. You know they're not better than you. All right, guys, let's come out in this third quarter. I'm telling you, this second half, what you do and we do as a program is going to show up, right? It's going to show up. You keep fighting, right? Keep fighting. Let's come out strong. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
Carry number 5, Stanley Smart, touchdown.